Okay everybody, this is mooneydashcam. If you enjoy these videos, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe. Alright, let's get into it. Today we will be talking about Murder Inc., the organized crime group, and we'll be actually going to see one of their headquarters in Brownsville back in the day. Murder Inc. is an organized crime group from the 30s and 40s, said to be responsible for 400 to 1,000 murders. No one truly knows the numbers because a lot of the murders went unsolved and all that kind of stuff. But they mainly operated in New York City, but were known to go as far as Detroit, and also mostly worked for the Italian and Jewish mafia. But I'm sure they didn't discriminate on who they worked for. I mean, these guys were straight up killers. The original leader was Louis Lepke Bocholter, and later the leader became Albert the Mad Hatter Anastasia. One of his other nicknames was Lord High Executioner. So this was a bad dude. The former member that ended up ratting out the group was Abe Kid Twist Reels. They're all have kind of crazy nicknames. Who got many of the members convicted and executed. And he himself ended up mysteriously falling out of a window. I wonder why that happened. Probably because he snitched on a bunch of killers. Alright, so the headquarters that we're going to is kind of an unsuspecting place you wouldn't assume these people would hang out at. It was called the Midnight Rose Candy Store. It was a 24-hour candy store ran by Mrs. Rosie Gold, a little old lady in her 60s. Alright, moped, chill out over there, jeez. A little old lady in her 60s. It was the secret headquarters of Murder Inc., which is kind of crazy to think. I'm assuming she knew about it. In the back of the store, there was a wall of payphones, and the guys would all sit around the store sipping coffee, or at the time, malted milk. That's what I read. And then when one of the phones would ring, they would hop up and answer the phone, and that would be a contract for a murder, and then they'd go out and fulfill that. Yeah, the payment is kind of interesting. They were on a salary just for being on call all the time, and then when they would actually fulfill a contract and kill somebody, they were paid between $1,000 and $5,000. Also, if they were ever caught, their families would be taken care of, like, financially, and the mob would pay for, like, the best lawyers around. I did the math. Not that I did the math personally. I put it into Google. But $5,000 in 1930, in today's money, is $77,000. So these guys were getting paid a ridiculous amount to go and kill people. Yeah, since the murders were carried out by people that didn't know the victims personally, most of the murders went unsolved. So the true number is really, could be much bigger, much lower, who knows really. Let's see what else I have here. Yeah, there was a movie made about them called Murder Inc. It was in the 1960s. 1960 it came out. And then Murder Inc. Records, which I'm sure many of you know about, heard about, is named after them. And then something else that I found really interesting was a fighter pilot that was shot down in the 40s during World War II had a Murder Inc. patch on their jacket. And then Hitler made it a big thing that you're not allowed to have any gang-related patches on your jackets, which, I don't. That was so crazy, who the hell knows. But, oh, here we go. Some of the big names that were involved in these murders and in the group were pretty crazy names. Pittsburgh Phil Strauss, who was responsible alone for 100 to 500 murders. Pretty crazy. Ali TikTok Tannenbaum, Martin Bugsy Goldstein, and Benjamin Bugsy Siegel. I gotta make a left right here, perfect. Yeah, so now the current owner of the candy store, what it was, which it's not anymore, it's a 24-hour bodega now, a little deli. He was interviewed because it was the site of all these murders, not the site of them, but kind of responsible for all of them. And he had no idea that his store was once the headquarters of, like, the craziest organized crime group in history. Alright, just 2 blocks away. It's gonna be up on the left. I'm gonna try and loop around so you can get the best view of it. If we can't get a good view from the left. Oh, it's not a 24-hour thing anymore. It's a deli grill. Oh, no, it is 24 hours. I was wrong. You know what? I'm going to aim the camera that way. Oh, light's green. My fault. I'll shoot around. Make a circle. So yeah, if you want to look this up yourself, it's on the corner of Saratoga and Livonia in Brownsville. If you haven't already seen my Brownsville video, check that out. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, Brownsville was kind of like the epicenter of Murder Inc. Alright, we got a good view. The sun's hitting it bright. I'll make a left so you guys can see even better. This right here, this deli and grill, 24 hour. That was it, right there. The site of 1,000+ murders came from that spot. Alright, that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, always appreciated. What is going on in front of me? Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.